Battle against COVID-19 continues. 60,490 patients have recovered and being discharged. 80,722 cases, active cases in India. 4,167 deaths being reported. Sensex Nifty rise 1%, banking shares gain as investor sentiments lifts on stimulus hopes and as major economies reopened from COVID-19 lockdowns. Shramik Express trains for migrant laborers continues. Ministry of Railways has so far transported more than 40 lakh people through Shramik trains. Worldwide, the number of COVID-19 infection exceeds 54,97,000 cases. Death toll reaches 3,50,000. Brazil and Russia follow United States in the number of infection. WHO halts trials of hydroxychloroquine over safety fears. Death toll in the most affected country, United States, has crossed 98,000. UK all set to reopen thousands of shops in easing of national lockdown. Foreign visitors to Spain will no longer have to undergo a 2-week quarantine from July 1st. And summer heat sears in most parts of northern and central India as Indian Meteorological Department issues red warning till 28th of May. Peak intensity forecasted for today. Welcome to English News. I am Int'l Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. Starting first up, a look at the COVID-19 situation in our country, India. Active COVID-19 cases across the country rise to 80,722. Those cured or discharged from hospital, the number stands at 60,490. The fatalities number stands at 4,167. That's the latest that we have from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare that's been registered, that's been updated this morning at 8 a.m. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Delhi continue to be the worst affected states in the country. The government's Vande Bharat mission to bring back stranded Indians from across the world is at its peak. An Air India flight repatriating Indian nationals from Israel has also taken off. Passengers are expressing gratitude to the government of India for all the assistance extended during these tough times.
Thank you, Indian Embassy and Air India for taking us back home. Thank you so much.
The second phase of Vande Bharat mission in the Gulf, bringing back stranded Indian nationals back to the country, will begin today. 8 flights will be operating from the United Arab Emirates on the first day today. Over 1,300 passengers are expected to fly back to India in these flights. Approximately 140 flights from Gulf countries are scheduled in this phase till the 8th of June. Maximum number of flights are scheduled from the United Arab Emirates. A list of 57 flights have been declared as of now from Dubai and another 26 flights from Abu Dhabi. These flights hope to fly back more than 23,000 stranded and distressed Indians abroad. Well, moving from airways to railways, Indian Railways has operationalized 3,060 Shramik special trains till May 25th across the country. More than 40 lakh people have, or 40 lakh passengers have been transported to their homestays through the Shramik special trains in the last 25 days. On 24th of May, 237 Shramik trains were moving roughly around 3,10,000 passengers. The top 5 states and union territories from where the maximum number of trains had originated are from Gujarat with 853 trains, Maharashtra with 550 trains, Punjab with 333 trains, Uttar Pradesh with 221 and Delhi with 181 trains. The congestion witnessed in the railway network on the 23rd and 24th has been resolved. It had occurred due to the convergence of more than 2/3 rail traffic on routes to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and late clearance of the terminals due to the health protocols that needed to be completed by the state authorities. The matter has now been resolved through active consultation with state governments and also finding other feasible routes for the journey. In addition to the Shramik special trains, railways are also running 30 pairs of special trains connecting New Delhi from the 12th of May and plans to start 200 more timetable trains from the 1st of June. Till date, 40 lakh people have moved to their home state using the Shramik special trains. While staying with railways, Indian Railways on May 1st started the Shramik special trains to move migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists and students and others stranded at different places due to the lockdown. In Moradabad, special trains are carrying thousands of migrant laborers in a single day. After railway staffers, now the RSS workers have started kitchen service at the platform. Over 400 RSS workers prepare food, pack them and distribute them along with water bottles to the migrant laborers arriving from the special trains. The food arrangement by the RSS will continue till May 31st. That's the last day of lockdown 4.0. Besides, RSS also plans to increase the number of meals to 15,000 per day. They are also following the government's social distancing guidelines while distributing food and water in the trains at the Moradabad railway station. Tirupur district in Tamil Nadu, which is famous for its woven fabric production globally, has once again attracted worldwide attention. The manufacturer of face masks in Tirupur meets the needs of a group whose needs have been ignored in the midst of this particular pandemic. The owner of the mask making factory said he was thinking of doing something for the Divyangs. He also got the approval from the government to make a special type of mask for the Divyangans. As a part of the pilot project, 81,000 masks are being distributed to nearly 13,500 persons with disabilities as well as their parents, other close family members, caregivers, classmates and teachers. This mask will prove to be very useful for the Divyangs. Air Force is all set to operationalize the second squadron of the Made in India LCA or Tejas at Sulur near Coimbatore. The number 18 squadron, codenamed Flying Bullets, will be equipped with the Tejas fighter jets in the FOC or the final operational clearance configuration. Let's take a look.
The Air Force is all set to operationalize the second squadron of the Made in India LCA or Tejas at Sulur near Coimbatore on Wednesday. The number 18 squadron, codenamed the Flying Bullets, will be equipped with the Tejas fighter jets in the FOC or final operational clearance configuration. The number 18 squadron was formed on 15th of April 1965 and used to fly MiG-27 aircraft before it got number plated or decommissioned on April 15th, 2016. The squadron was resurrected in April this year at Sulur. The squadron was presented with President's Standard in November 2015. The Flying Bullets actively participated in the 1971 war with Pakistan and were decorated with the highest gallantry award Param Veer Chakra, which was awarded to Flying Officer Nirmaljeet Singh Shekhon posthumously. Tejas is completely designed and developed and made in India. It is equipped with a fly-by-wire flight control system, integrated digital avionics, multi-mode radar, and its structure is made of composite material. It is the lightest and smallest in its group of 4th generation supersonic combat aircraft. In New Delhi, this is Nandita Dagar for DD News.
Narendra Modi government is due to complete the first year of his second term in office on May 30th. On this occasion, BJP workers will organize virtual rallies across the country and carry a letter penned by the Prime Minister about his resolve to make Atmanirbhar Bharat to 10 crore families. There will be a number of programs, including 150 press conferences in media centers across the country within a week. Modi government's COVID-19 related efforts, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and the 20 lakh crore economic package will be the highlights of these programs. BJP workers will also distribute face masks on this occasion. Major Suman Golani of the Indian Army has been selected for the 2019 United Nations Military Gender Advocate of the Year Award for a role in raising awareness about the need to protect women and children from sexual violence during conflict when she was serving as a peacekeeper in South Sudan. She will share the award with Commander Carla Monteiro Arujo of the Brazilian Navy. Major Gawani and Commander Arujo will receive the award during an online ceremony which will mark the International Day of UN Peacekeepers on May 29th. United Nations Secretary General António Guterres will preside over the ceremony. Summer heat is searing in most parts of North and Central India. Indian Meteorological Department has issued a red warning for parts of Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Vidarbha and Telangana for the next 4 to 5 days.
Different scenes and patterns are being witnessed in different parts of the country. On one hand, blistering heat gripped many parts of Uttar Pradesh on Monday, with Allahabad being the hottest place in the state with a high of 46.3 degrees Celsius. On the other side, the northeast region is largely affected with heavy rains. Nagpur recorded the highest temperature of 46.8 degrees Celsius on Monday. Ayanagar in the national capital Delhi recorded 45.6 degrees, while Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh was 46.3 degrees. On Sunday, the temperature soared to 47.4 degrees in Churu, Rajasthan. After rising temperatures in many parts of North India, the Met Office has issued a red alert for the next 2 days in Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Rajasthan. The IMD has also issued an orange alert for heat wave for eastern Uttar Pradesh. However, they also said that due to the wind blowing from the east, the temperature may start dropping from May 28th.
28 में कम, 29 में ज़्यादा कम होगा, 29 में हीट वेव जाएगा दिल्ली से। 29 तारीख को हमारा जो फोरकास्ट है 29 को रेन, थंडरस्टॉर्म, डस्टस्टॉर्म का स्पेल शुरू हो रहा है। 30 को भी रहेगा, 30 में बढ़ रहा है, 1 में और बढ़ रहा है, बट 29 को शुरू हो रहा है। और जो विंड है ना, ये जो हीट वेव है वो पश्चिम हवा आने से हुआ है, वो पश्चिम है जब तक जारी रहेगा हीट वेव रहेगा, क्योंकि राजस्थान वो जो डिजर्ट एरिया है वहीं से आ रहा है, वो यही ही हीट वेव करता है। लेकिन बाद में 28 आफ्टरनून को वो पूर्व से आ रहा है, जो बे ऑफ बंगाल से आ रहा है जैसे पहले था। तो वो बे ऑफ बंगाल से जब पूर्व से आएगा तो टेम्परेचर तो डाउन होगा, क्योंकि वो ठंड लेके आता है।
Day temperature rose appreciably over Varanasi, Faizabad and Lucknow divisions, including national capital New Delhi. The weathermen forecast dry weather and warned of heat wave at isolated places over the next few days. Also, people in Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, UP and Gujarat are experiencing torrid times and facing difficulty in stepping out due to extreme heat wave conditions.
जब भी हम घर से बाहर निकलते हैं तो मुंह ढककर निकलना पड़ता है तथा पानी का सेवन कर रहे हैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा।
गर्मी बहुत हो रही है, बाहर निकला था तौलिया बांध के निकल रहा हूँ और कभी-कभी तौलिया को गीला भी कर लेता हूँ।
गर्मी की वजह से काफ़ी लोग परेशान हो रहे हैं, मटके भी ले रहे हैं पानी के लिए भी, कई जगह पानी वानी की व्यवस्था है, कई जगह नहीं है।
Similar conditions have been predicted for the next few days. If we talk about Odisha in particular, the IMD has issued an orange alert. Meanwhile, the monsoon onset over Kerala this year is likely to be in the first week of June and expected to arrive in North India by the end of June. Moving to northeast, heavy to very heavy rainfall with extremely heavy spells is very likely to pummel isolated places in Assam and Meghalaya during the next 24 hours. The IMD said that the intense rainfall is likely at isolated chunks in Arunachal Pradesh, while heavy rainfall is likely at isolated portions over sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim during the period. Thunderstorms accompanied with lightning is likely at isolated segments over West Bengal, Kerala, Mahe, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal during the period. With Bikramjit Singh from Delhi, DD India.
Well, 2 Gurugram children have showcased unique example of communal harmony and humanity. Arav Jeff of class 10 and Mahi of class 6 of a Gurugram school broke their piggy bank and distributed toys and chocolates to the children travelling on trains. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal praised the children for this gesture and shared pictures on his Twitter account. The registered workers in Akola in Maharashtra are being provided financial assistance by the central government and other assistance under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Take a look at this ground report.
The government is providing financial assistance of 2,000 rupees to the workers associated with construction and other sectors. This help is different from food grains being provided under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Over 11,196 workers have been registered in Akola of Maharashtra, out of which financial assistance of 2,000 rupees has been provided to over 9,803 workers. This financial assistance is being directly transferred to the bank accounts of beneficiaries.
मेरा नाम अमजद अली खान है। मैं जो है बांधकाम कामगार मजदूर हूँ।
My name is Amjad Ali Khan. I am a laborer. The aid of rupees 2000 from government has actually helped me in lockdown. I have also received 30 kg of ration.
में जो है हमारे को यहाँ से मंडल से जमा हुए हुए है और हमें जो है 30 किलो जो है हमारा राशन भी मिला है।
मेरा नाम नाजिम बेग, मैं बांधकाम काम करता हूँ और मुझे
I was working as a painter. I have been provided a financial assistance of 2000 rupees from the government. I am thankful to the government.
मैं आयुक्त साहब का बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ और गवर्नमेंट का भी शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ।
Assistant Labour Commissioner Rajesh Gulani said that action is being taken at the board level to transfer funds to accounts of remaining 1,300 workers. Indeed, the government's efforts are actually proving to be a great aid for people at ground level. With Madhu Kaspe from Akola, DD News, Mumbai.
In some good news from the financial markets, Indian shares tracked global markets higher on Tuesday, led by gains in beaten down financial stocks, with investor sentiment lifting on stimulus hopes and as economies reopened from coronavirus lockdown phase. In early trade, the NSE Nifty, that's the 50 stock index, rose 1.2% at 9,148, while the BSE Sensex, that's the 30 stock index, gained 1.04% to 30,994 points. Swarms of locusts coming from Pakistan have become a cause of concern for India. Officials of the concerned department of the Government of India have sprayed pesticides at over 43,000 hectares of land so far, and more area is being covered. Here's a report by our correspondent.
Amidst corona scare, an army of locusts coming from Pakistan, which entered in Rajasthan earlier, now moving towards Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Gujarat. The Government of India is keeping a close watch on this swarm of locusts.
पीओ की रिपोर्ट है, उसके अनुसार ये लोकस्ट पहले की सूचना के अनुसार 1 महीना लेट आना था, लेकिन इस बार जिस तरह से पाकिस्तान के अंदर ब्रीडिंग हुई और वो हवा की वजह से इस बार 1 महीना एडवांस में जो सूचना से पहले आ गया, तो फिर भी हमने हमारी तरफ से पूरी यहाँ पर व्यवस्था की है।
According to the Deputy Director of Locust Control Organization, Dr. K.L. Gurjar, the situation is under control. More than 200 officials of the central government along with officials of the affected states have sprayed pesticides at 43,053 hectares of land.
नियंत्रण का कार्य जारी है और अब तक 43,053 हेक्टेयर्स में राजस्थान और मध्य प्रदेश में के विभिन्न जिलों में इसका नियंत्रण किया जा चुका है।
So far, pesticides have been sprayed at 38,308 hectares of affected land in 19 districts of Rajasthan, 4,070 hectares of land in the 7 affected districts of Madhya Pradesh, 35 hectares of land in Gujarat's Banaskantha and Kutch districts, and 640 hectares of land in Punjab's Fazilka district. With Bureau Inputs, O.P. Yadav's report, DD India.
Well, moving to world stories, World Health Organization has warned world nations that there can be an immediate second peak of COVID-19 if lockdown measures are withdrawn too soon. Mike Ryan, the head of the WHO Emergencies Program, in a press briefing said that countries had to work to ensure there was no immediate second peak of the virus. He further added that countries would have to put in place comprehensive strategies to ensure a downward trajectory of cases of COVID-19. Staying with the World Health Organization, WHO on Monday said that it will temporarily drop hydroxychloroquine from its global study into experimental COVID-19 treatments, saying that its experts need to review all available evidence to date. WHO Director General Tejas, speaking to the media, said that in the light of a paper published last week in the Lancet that showed people taking hydroxychloroquine were at a higher risk of death and heart-related problems, there would be a temporary pause on the hydroxychloroquine arm of its global clinical trial. Other treatments in the trial, including the experimental drug remdesivir and an HIV combination therapy, are still being tested. Neighbors Nepal have reported the 4th death due to COVID-19. According to the country's Ministry of Health and Population, swab sample of a 70-year-old patient who had died on the 17th of May tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, 79 more persons tested positive on Monday, taking the total number to 682. On the positive side, 25 persons were cured and discharged from various hospitals of the Himalayan nation on Monday. There are now 566 active cases, while 112 people have recovered. 4 persons have died due to COVID-19 so far. Currently, 46,029 people are under quarantine and 566 persons are kept in isolation across the country. All 7 provinces of the Himalayan nation are affected by COVID-19. Sri Lankan government has said it will review the process of repatriating Sri Lankans stranded abroad, as around 80 returnees were found to have contracted or turned COVID-19 positive. The move came as 22 out of the 42 who tested positive on Monday and 49 of the 52 that tested positive on Sunday are returnees from Kuwait. Similar trend has been seen in returnees from other Middle East countries, including UAE, where a majority of Sri Lankan expats are employed. Director General of the Health Services, Dr. Anil Jayasinghe, said that the government will review the frequency of bringing Sri Lankans back from overseas. He said that with the latest development, it is likely that there will be a gap between flights bringing down Sri Lankans so that the authorities have time to deal with the returnees more closely. A total of 477 patients are currently under medical care, while the number of recoveries in the country stand at 695 out of a total of 1,182 cases. 10 persons have died of the virus in the island nation. Moving to South America, scores of Colombian migrants, tourists and students remain stranded in Sao Paulo International Airport in Brazil due to the lockdown over COVID-19. Even as these stranded travelers hope to return home, other countries are imposing restrictions on travel from Brazil as it became the world's #2 hotspot for COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, Brazil surpassed United States in the daily coronavirus death toll. Brazil for the first time recorded fatalities higher than that of United States over the last 24 hours. The country registered more than 23,470 deaths so far, with around 3,74,900 cases of infections being reported in the South American country. Spain, meanwhile, has announced its borders will be open to tourists from July 1st. The Spanish government has decided to lift a 2-week mandatory confinement for all travelers arriving from overseas starting July 1st. The world's second most visited nation closed its doors and beaches in March to handle the COVID-19 pandemic, imposing a 2-week quarantine on overseas visitors. Spanish Prime Minister had already announced over the weekend that his nation was ready to welcome some foreign visitors in July. The California Department of Public Health said that businesses and churches, synagogues and mosques can reopen. They can open at 25% occupancy capacity with other restrictions in place. The new rules come amid a change of mounting pressure of state lawsuits from churches and protests. President Donald Trump stressed upon reopening of churches in America to get back to work. But under the new rules, business owners and religious leaders have to wait for approval from county health officials before reopening of shops. The global pandemic has killed nearly 1 lakh people in the United States alone. Shifting to Europe, Britain is all ready to reopen thousands of high street shops, department stores and shopping centers next month. It will set out a timetable for businesses as part of moves to ease the COVID-19 lockdown phase. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that from June 1st, outdoor markets and car showrooms could reopen as soon as they are able to meet the COVID-19 secure guidelines. All other non-essential retail shops are also to be open from June 15th if the government's tests are met. Amid the fear of the pandemic, Cuban graffiti artists take over the walls and rooftops to illustrate life. Embezzled on the side of a building, the red and black stand out against the grace of old Havana. A youth stares out from behind a bandana covering his nose and mouth below massive letters that spell out the word courage. This is the work of a Cuban graffiti artist known only as Mr. Mile. He is one of the several artists who have taken to Cuban walls to express anguish but also hope vis-a-vis the virus. One mural of a child holding a rainbow-colored pinwheel against the flowery background says it is dedicated to health workers fighting the virus. The artist who led the project aimed not only to express gratitude but also to transmit joy and hope to the locals living among these grey ruins. Well, ending with some news from the national capital New Delhi, where a fire broke out in a shoe factory in Keshavpuram this morning. A call about the fire was received at around 8:34 a.m. in which 23 fire tenders were rushed to the spot. So far, no casualty has been reported in the incident. The cause behind the blaze is yet to be ascertained. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. But remember, you need to stay safe, stay indoors and maintain social distancing. Bye for now. Take care.